Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. If you end up enjoying this video, please do like and subscribe. With that said, today is going to be another RennRanks. RennRanks is a series I run on my channel where I rank whatever I want whenever I want. I mean, this channel is made specifically for that. It's the name of the channel. So if you guys like this kind of content, please do, check out my other videos. And yeah, with that said, today we're going to be ranking Mario Kart 8 Deluxe items. I found this tier list, thought it'd be fun to do. So with that said, let me know if you guys agree with my rankings. Let me know if you guys disagree with them, how you guys feel, and if I missed anything, let me know. And if you guys have any suggestions, as usual, link them below, say below, I don't know, message me, I don't care. But I will, listen to any kind of, suggestions. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so we have all of our items down here below. Obviously, my camera's blocking some of the items, so you guys will not be able to see them. That is okay. I'm going to name them off. But the very first item on this list, and by the way, I did not make this list. I'm just using this tier list. As usual, I try to link them below. Since this is a newer channel right here I've started doing these on, it won't let me do links until 2 months. So eventually, links will get added to the videos. But for now, anyways, the blue shell. That is the very first one on the list. I absolutely love the blue shell. The blue shell is one of those top tiers. It's definitely an S for me, and it's going to go in the S. The reason being is it is one of those ones where if you are in like second place or third place, it can really give you a heavy chance of managing to get in first place, especially if you use it. No matter what ranking you're at, in reality, it can really help you out. Just put someone behind, it blows them up, and quite frankly, it's kind of hard to avoid. There are ways of avoiding it and, escaping it, but it's one of those harder ones. It's overall one of those ones where it's almost impossible to avoid while still being very helpful depending on what place you are. It's just too much of a great item, to be honest, especially if you're playing with some friends and you're spiteful against them, which I can be petty. Blowing up the person first feels great, especially when it's like a good friend and they're doing too good and they're like bragging about it. Blow them up, it's great. Speaking of blowing up, ironically enough, the next one is going to be the bomb. The little bomb guy, I have mixed feelings on. He can hurt you or he can help you heavily. It's kind of a 50-50 with him. If you play your cards right, you can do it good with him, but half the time I end up throwing them and miss people, or it just doesn't do what I want him to do. And then you also have the ability to hurt yourself with him. So mixed feelings on him. I'm actually going to put him in a C since he's kind of like a 50-50 on if he'll help you or not. To be honest, I don't think we're really going to have any items that are going to be at D or F. There's not really any bad items. I see one that I don't like too much, but we can get into that. Boomerang flower. I'm going to be honest, guys. The boomerang flower is one of those ones where it's just like, it's helpful. To an extent, throw it, hit people, stun them. Pretty straightforward. It does exactly what you think it does if you're not familiar with it. It's helpful, but at the same time not, because here's the thing. If you're in like last place and you're throwing it, yeah, you might be able to move up a few spots, but in the end, if you're just not performing very well, it's not gonna make a massive difference. So honestly, this one, it's not an F, but I'm gonna put it as D. It's not great. All right, next up is gonna be Bullet Bill. I'm gonna go ahead and be honest, like the blue shell, it is top tier. Now, Bullet Bill, you kind of get him when you're lagging behind. You're more closer to the back than you are to the front. They're very generous to give you Bullet Bill to help you catch up. Now, I'm shady. What I like to do is get behind in like last place or one of the last few places on purpose, get Bullet Bill, and then, get all the way in front. And yes, I know that's shady, but I'm pretty good at Mario Kart. I like to get all the way up front with him still in my inventory, and then I use Bullet Bill. Surefire way, you're going to be first every single time. It is like surefire way. There's not really much to come back out of that once you hit Bullet Bill and you're already in first place. Really top tier item. I mean, if you're super behind, it's going to help you out tremendously. It'll kind of put you on par with everyone else. But if you're not very far behind and it happens to be in your inventory, you can really get up in a high ranking pretty fast with him. I mean, you're pretty much invincible too when you're as him. So yeah, very top tier item. Next up's gonna be the coin. I'm gonna be honest, guys. It's a coin. It doesn't really do much. I actually looked into it just to see if it did do anything, because I've always been like, it's just a coin. It gives you a slight speed boost if you have a few of them. It's not worth it. It's just a coin. It's a lame item. Yeah, I think we're just gonna leave the coin in the F. That might be one of the only items in the F. Yeah, it's gonna stay there. And next up is gonna be the Mario Kart 8 symbol, the Infinity 8, really whatever you wanna call it. I don't know what its technical definition name is. This right here is baby mode, kind of. If you're really struggling, instead of giving you this bad boy right here, you might get one of these, and basically it is like a multi-use item in one. You get a bunch of stuff like a shell, a banana, a power-up, but you get all kinds of stuff, quite a few things, get 8 items. It's good, it's helpful. but it's mainly one of those things you get if you're really, really struggling. So in terms of winning the race, if you're just performing badly, it's not really going to help you. But however, if you're getting screwed over by your friends like that, and that's why you're in last place, then it's a really, really good tool to use. But it's just a kind of like a multi-use box in one. When you hit the box, you get multiple of these instead of just one singular item. It's still good. You still get a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna put that at S. But to be honest, I'm kind of tempted to put it at an A. No, I'm gonna leave it there. But it's whatever. I'm never normally in last place, so I don't really have to deal with that. I'm not bragging. It's not a humble brag. I'm just saying. Next up is going to be the feather. The feather is not used in the normal mode. It's kind of like a little boost up. Helpful, not during normal races, so I really don't know if I even want to include this in here. It's on the list. You know what? Why not? We'll put it into C. It's one of those ones where it's not really useful on a normal race, so therefore I'm just going to put that there. However, it's still a little boost, a little agility boost. So can't go wrong with it. Next up is gonna be the fire flower. Oh my gosh, we love the fire flower here. It's not S tier, however, it's pretty A. Kind of knock out the enemies, and whereas like the little boomerang thing right here with the fire flower, fire's a lot more practical. You can do a lot more things with the fire. It kind of goes everywhere. It's a bit more easier to use. It's firepower, it's classic, it's true Mario, OG, old school. It's not really one of those things where I want to get rid of. I'm going to rank it high, top tier, even though it might be on the same par as this one. It's a fire flower. It's classic. Next up's going to be Boo. Mixed feelings on Boo. You can kind of go ghost mode, which is kind of nice. You could also steal an item from an enemy. Really not a bad power-up. Not one that, I get overly excited about, but not one I'm disappointed about either. It's not a bad item. I'm going to put Boo at a B, ironically enough. B stands for Boo. Next up, we have the golden mushroom. Really like the golden mushroom. Golden mushroom's pretty top tier depending on how you use it. One of those ones where if you're kind of in the middle, like let's say you're not in last place, but you're not in first place either, you can actually get up to, spot 4 or, third or maybe even second. You might be able to get up if you use your cards right. You can go over grass with it, kind of speed up, take shortcuts. It's a pretty high quality item that you get multiple uses out of. Whereas the singular just gives you, one. You get multiple of those with these. So I'm going to put that at a pretty high top tier ranking. Green shell. Okay, green shell, not bad. None of the shells I'm going to really rank bad. However, there are better uses for the shells, and they're already on the list. So in terms of just a single green shell, I'm going to put it at a C. And the reason being is because we're going to go ahead and skip ahead. 3 green shells, better. So 3 green shells I'm going to put in the B, and let me go ahead and tell you guys why. Everyone always wants to throw their shells like crazy, but if you know anything about being smart with Mario, hold them behind your back. If you're holding your green shells or your red shells behind your back, anyone that's trying to hit you with like another shell or anything like that, you can basically, it just takes the hit for you. You're safe. You won't get stunned. You'll be safe. And the same thing if there's something in front of you, if there's a banana or something like that, you can throw it and hope for the best. The reason why the green shells aren't getting higher is because the red shells are better. So 3 red shells, I'm going to put top tier. Once again, hold it behind you, all that stuff. It locks on. You can't go wrong with the locking on, which is why I love the red shells just more than the green shells. It's lock on. And then I'm going to rank all the shells like that because this just makes sense. It's kind of when it's this 1 green shell. 3 green shells, a lot more helpful. 1 red shell, more helpful than the 3 green shells because it locks on to enemies. And then the 3 red shells, you just can't go wrong with that. 3 red shells is great. If you have specific people you're aiming for, you will be able to hit them with these. I love the red shells. But yeah, a little shell rant. You kind of knocked through all 3 of those without even thinking. Next up, we have this little horn thingy-majig. It's a little box. You use it, shakes the surrounding area. You can shake off a blue shell with it, if I remember correctly. You can do quite a few things with it. It pretty much shakes off things around you. A really helpful item. Not practical if you're kind of in behind, and behind everyone, and you're not doing too well, or there's not a lot going on around you. It just takes up an item slot if you don't have a specific use for it at the time. So I'm going to put it at a B for now. Next up is going to be this little squid. His name is Blooper. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, folks. He is the one I was originally thinking I'd put at a D or an F. And I'm going to explain why. Not a bad item, but not the greatest item either. With Mario Kart, you tend to play on the same tracks constantly. You know the tracks by heart. You know where you're going. So basically what happens is it covers up your screen. You get a little ink splotch. You can still see part of your screen. Like, it's not like crazily covering it. You still have slight edges. You kind of know where you're at. And if you already are familiar with the course, having your screen covered for a few seconds isn't really going to make a massive difference. And so that's why I don't really like him. He picks a person, he splatters on their screen. That sounds terrible. But anyways, he does what he does on your screen, and he doesn't do it very well. It doesn't last super long. So really the only way his item's super helpful is if A, you're not familiar with the map, or B, there's like bananas and stuff laid out. You know, it takes the banana and you hit it because you can't see. So, I mean, other than that though, it doesn't really hurt you that much. It doesn't really like inhibit you from playing as much. It's one of those items where I'm like, it's not as useful as I feel like it should be. So I'm gonna put it at a D. He's kind of mid, to be honest. He just doesn't do as much as you would like him to do. I know that that's like, some people might put that at the top tier. Some people might hate that, call that a hot take. But yeah, he's just not as useful for me, I would say. And then he doesn't hurt me as much whenever I play with him, because if I know the maps, I know where I'm going. I might run into an item maybe if I didn't already have the foresight. By the time he's gone, it's like I'd already seen most of the path, so it doesn't really... Whatever, I can go on a rant about this guy. I don't think he's very helpful. Next up, we have Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt, pretty helpful item. Not crazy helpful. It makes everyone small, but you still can't go wrong with it. It's one of those ones where, depending on what place you are, if you're like in middle ground territory, not last place, or not super far near first place, you can kind of push up. I mean, even if you're near first place and use it, it's still pretty helpful. Good way to hit enemies, stun them over, or just speed past everyone because you're a lot bigger than them. They're a lot smaller. But yeah, not really much to that. You use it, zap of lightning goes, hits the other players, and yeah, you just roll it about your business. Same thing with the shells. We're gonna go ahead and just knock out the bananas. 3 bananas. I'm gonna put them here. The bananas are great because you could throw them on the field and they might trip up someone, some random person, because ideally you're not going to be able to aim with the bananas and specifically say, all right, this person, friend A over here and friend B over here, I might be able to perfectly throw this where friend B runs into it. Realistically, that's not going to happen. A lot of times when people get these, they just start throwing them like crazy. Not really helpful. The main reason I somewhat don't have the bananas lower is because, once again, like the green shells or like any of the shells, you can hold them behind you, and that way if someone throws a shell or something at you, it takes the hit. So I basically use it as a buffer more so than throwing them out. I don't think I ever really throw the bananas in front of me or behind me, whereas I just hold on to them and use them as a buffer from getting hit. Same thing, we have kind of like a double and a triple, or a single and a triple item right here. It's just a little speed boost. This is basically the golden mushroom, but slightly weaker. You only get 1 little dash with them per mushroom. So given that, actually, I'm gonna put these here. They're just not that great. The golden mushroom's great. You can speed up, you can get multiple things, but like a little dash forward, not really super helpful. I mean, maybe if you're going over like a little spot to get around someone, it might work, but it's really not that phenomenal, to be honest. The 3 is a little bit better, but I mean, this one has a lot more than 3 in it, so therefore I'm gonna put these at a C and then the singular at a D. Next up, we have the piranha plant. The piranha plant's pretty good. I have mixed feelings on where he should go. If you're in the midst of battle, like you're in the middle, you know, you're pretty much anywhere from like 5th to 9th place, and you're surrounded by people who are all like just a couple of inches, a couple of feet away from you, he is really, really helpful. He will just knock them out around you. He will like bite at them, throw them off, you know, flip them over, do all that stuff. And he'll also eat bananas. He's pretty good at helping you out. He doesn't he lasts for a decent amount of time, can't speak. He lasts for a good amount of time. Where do I want to put him at, though? You know what? I'm going to put him at A. He helps eat items, and he helps attack people near you. If you're in first place, it's not really something that you're going to need. And if you're last place, and you're not near anyone, it's not really something you're going to need. However, it's pretty helpful when you're in kind of like a middle field, middle ground. You can definitely get up a few places with that. Next up, we have the Rainbow Star, the Super Star, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much an invincible item. If you have this in your inventory, you are safe. Just kind of like Bullet Bill. You're safe, you're good, no one's really hurting you, you get a little bit of a speed boost, you get all the cinematics with it, the rainbow colors. Yeah, not really much to say about this. If you've played pretty much any Mario game, you know what this does. You know it's a really, really helpful item. I'm gonna put it behind Bullet Bill, because Bullet Bill is still better in my opinion, just because Bullet Bill, I do crazy stuff with it. I basically just cheat the system. But As of right now, would I change any of these? Yes. I'm going to put, come on. I'm going to put this mushroom in front of these because it's definitely better than these two in my opinion. Green shell is above the bomb. The 3 mushrooms are above green shell. Banana is... I'll put banana there. 3 banana... Okay. This one, the lightning... Come on, tier... There we go. Lightning's definitely top of B. 3 shells also... Oh. Yeah, I think that would be fine. That would be fine that way. Would I move any of these around? A-list. Am I happy with... Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that like that. I actually like the red shell more than I like the little speed up. All right, yeah, I think that, because these right here I kind of kept in order. I kind of want to see, this one's just not this practical to me, so I'm just like, whatever. I think that's gonna be our final list right there. I think I'm locking that in right there. For sure, gonna lock it in. Solidify. I think that's a pretty solid list in my opinion. I know some people are gonna have very different opinions. You guys will, some of you guys are not gonna be happy about that, and it is what it is. That's why we have opinions. I like that we all share different opinions, though some of us feel strongly about others, whereas others don't. Some people could really hate me that I put the coin all the way down to F. I don't care. However, I would love to hear you guys, what you guys think about it. But yeah, with that said, if you guys end up enjoying the video, please do like and subscribe. And yeah, check out my other RennRanks. I literally specifically made this channel recently. That way you guys can just have RennRanks content only, not my funny gaming content on my main channel. I like to think it's funny. Some of it's not. I'm posting playthroughs now, all that stuff. We're getting back into streaming. Anyways, with that said, if you guys have any suggestions, please do comment them. It doesn't have to be this video. It could be really any video. And if you guys have different opinions, please do let me know. With that said, please do like and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.